Well, in the main, we have no shareholders. The public are our shareholders. It comes out of taxation. There's a bit of an ownership, not just with the public, but also the vast number of employees that the NHS has. I think there's quite a lot of good work that is done in excellent NHS centres, GP clinics, as well as hospitals. We have some very good hospitals in Greater Manchester and the Northwest, in Liverpool and other places. And I think that what we're doing is just not understanding that the NHS is a complex organisation, but that it delivers very well. And I think the sooner the politicians accept that, the sooner they will appreciate that perhaps it is better to have it all within the NHS and not for it to go towards lining the pockets of shareholders. The first centre that was set up is the Greater Manchester Surgical Centre. Now this, I believe, is run by Netcare. It is based at Trafford General Hospital, which interestingly enough was the place where the NHS was first started, and Aaron Bevan symbolically took the keys of the NHS at Trafford General Hospital. And it's interesting that Trafford General Hospital has become the first seat of independence of a private hospital. Part of it is still NHS, I must remind my viewers. Now last year it appears that of over 9,000 operations that were meant to be held at the Greater Manchester Surgical Centre, only about 5,000 were. So that's a huge wastage of about £4 million to the PCT. And it's estimated that over the last 4 or 5 years since the centre was set up, about £10 million has been wasted on operations that were not done. There's no evidence of that, to be absolutely fair. I couldn't say one way or the other. I certainly think that the notion that competition breeds quality and excellence is not true. There's certainly a lot of quality and excellence within the NHS, and it seems to be good value for money. So the notion that everything private is good is not true. I think there's certainly evidence from the earlier data that came out of private centres that, such as hospital episode statistics, were not available. And I think that we need better data from these private centres to know exactly what is being done, what is not being done, what is the amount of wastage that is left from such as non-treatment. Well, as we've seen in recent years, the market forces have not delivered. We know that for a fact that a number of these places are running into trouble. We're into a recession, and I suspect that when it comes to profit-making organizations, such as many of them are, it is going to be evident that they are going to run into deep trouble. And what do? They're going to cut back on staff. That is going to mean a cutback on operations and treatments and medication and other stuff. And it worries me that then the NHS is not prepared for a lot of these extra work that would come its way. So I'm concerned that a number of these centres might go bust even, and that would mean a lot of heartache for many patients. I think it's crucially important that people are aware of everything that is available at the moment, and for people to understand the 8 principles that are espoused by the BMA. And those are available at www.lookafterournhs.org.uk. Please look up the website. There's a lot of information there, and please register your interest. I think the NHS is very precious to all of us. It's there for the betterment of patients, it delivers good quality, and I think that we should all sign up to this website